Scenes. Scene a number. Voiceover. There are places in this world where shadows cling a little deeper, where the air hums with forgotten whispers, and the very foundation seems to pulse with a malevolent heart. On-screen text. Eye visuals. Image prompt. Digital cinematography. Anamorphic lens, realistic texture. 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A dilapidated, imposing mansion exterior at twilight, overgrown foliage, heavy shadows enveloping the facade. Eye-level wide shot emphasizes its oppressive scale. Video prompt. Slow, creeping zoom in on the mansion. Subtle swaying of barren tree branches in foreground. Gentle fog wisps drift around the base. Smooth, unsettling motion. Related voiceover. There are places in this world where shadows cling a little deeper. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture. 4K, gritty film grain, low-key lighting. Close-up on a single broken window of an old house. A faint, translucent, gaunt, spectral resident face barely visible within the dark pane. Muted color palette. Video prompt. Static shot, but the subtle distortion and shimmer of the spectral resident's face within the glass. Slight eerie glow emanating from inside. Controlled, ghostly animation. Related voiceover, where the air hums with forgotten whispers. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K, gritty film grain, high contrast. A dark, crumbling stone foundation of an ancient house, overgrown with dark moss. A subtle, reddish-black pulse of light emanates from cracks. Low-angle shot. Video prompt. Gentle, rhythmic pulsing of the reddish-black light from the foundation cracks. Slow, almost imperceptible camera push-in. Subtly unsettling, deep tremor effect. Related voiceover. And the very foundation seems to pulse with a malevolent heart. Scene a number. Taug. Voiceover. These are not just houses, they are monuments to terror, silent witnesses to unspeakable acts, and prisons for restless souls. On-screen text. Say hi visuals. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K. An imposing, Gothic-style haunted house exterior, under a perpetually overcast sky, shrouded in deep shadows, appearing like a dark monument. High angle, wide shot, emphasizing dread. Video prompt. Slow, sweeping drone shot over the desolate landscape, revealing the house as a solitary, ominous structure. Ominous, steady camera movement, oppressive atmosphere. Related voiceover. These are not just houses, they are monuments to terror. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. An interior shot of a decaying, dust-filled room within an old house. Vintage, dilapidated furniture covered in white sheets. A single ray of light illuminates dust motes. Medium shot. Video prompt. Static shot, but dust motes gently drift and swirl in the solitary beam of light. Subtle camera pan across the silent room, hinting at unseen presences. Slow, reflective movement. Related voiceover. Silent witnesses to unspeakable acts. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K low-key lighting. A long, shadowy corridor inside a haunted house, peeling wallpaper, creaking floorboards. A gaunt, translucent, spectral resident figure stands far down the hallway, barely discernible. Eye-level shot, video prompt. Slow, uneasy track-in down the shadowy corridor towards the spectral resident. The figure subtly flickers and fades. Gradual, chilling approach. Related voiceover, and prisons for restless souls. Scene a number, voiceover. We are drawn to them, captivated by the chilling tales they hold, daring to peer into the abyss of their dark histories. On-screen text, visuals, image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K, gritty film grain. A diverse adult visitor inhabitant looking intently at an old, decaying mansion, drawn to its ominous facade. Their face shows a mix of fear and morbid curiosity. Close-up on the face, video prompt. Subtle camera sway, mirroring the visitor-inhabitant's uneasy contemplation. Their eyes slightly dart, reflecting inner conflict. Slow, captivating emotional focus. Related voiceover. We are drawn to them, captivated by the chilling tales they hold. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K, chiaroscuro lighting. An open, antique book with faded text and Gothic illustrations, casting long shadows. The pages seem to glow faintly, hinting at hidden knowledge. High angle, close-up on the book. Video prompt. Static shot of the book, but subtle smoke or mist wisps gently rise from the pages. A single page slowly turns as if by unseen force. Gentle, mysterious motion. Related voiceover. Daring to peer into the abyss of their dark histories. Scene and number. Awe, voiceover. What makes a house truly terrifying? Is it the echo of past tragedies, a lingering sorrow that refuses to dissipate, or something far more sinister, something actively malevolent? On screen text, visuals, image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K, low-key lighting, muted colors. A desolate, dimly lit interior hallway of an old house. An indistinct, ethereal, spectral resident form slowly passes by a doorway in the background. Wide shot, video prompt. Slow, lateral camera movement, tracking the spectral resident as it glides past the doorway. Eerie, almost imperceptible, fading in and out of the figure. Smooth, unsettling motion. Related voiceover. What makes a house truly terrifying? Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A close-up on an aged, cracked wall in a haunted interior. Ghostly, translucent hands appear to be pressing against the wall, as if trapped. Eye-level shot, video prompt. Static shot, but the ghostly hands subtly ripple and fade, creating an illusion of desperate struggle. Slight, unsettling vibration effect on the wall. Slow, spectral movement. Related voiceover. Is it the echo of past tragedies, a lingering sorrow that refuses to dissipate? Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K oppressive atmosphere, high contrast. A common household moving object, e.g., an antique rocking chair, rocking violently on its own in a dark room. No visible occupant. Medium shot, video prompt. The rocking chair moves with erratic, aggressive force. The camera slightly shakes, mimicking an impact. Dynamic, unsettling motion, fast pacing. Related voiceover. Or something far more sinister, something actively malevolent. Scene number, voiceover. Some say it's the sheer weight of human suffering, accumulating over decades, seeping into the very bricks and mortar. On screen text. Visuals. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K, gritty film grain. A close-up on an ancient, weathered brick wall. Dark, reddish stains resembling dried blood seep into the crumbling mortar, hinting at past violence. Eye level, close-up, video prompt. Slow, methodical camera, push in on the stained bricks. Subtle wisps of dark, smoky essence seem to rise from the mortar lines. Gentle, eerie, upward motion. Related voiceover. Some say it's the sheer weight of human suffering, accumulating over decades. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, oppressive atmosphere. Extreme close-up on heavily weathered dark bricks and crumbling mortar of an old house's interior wall. A faint, almost imperceptible, pained face seems to be embedded in the texture. Muted color palette. Video prompt. Static shot, but the pained face in the wall texture subtly shifts and distorts, as if struggling to emerge. Slow, unsettling internal movement. Subtle texture changes. Related. Voiceover. Seeping into the very bricks and mortar. Scene and number, voiceover. Others whisper of portals to other realms, where the veil between worlds thins to an almost invisible thread. On-screen text, visuals, image prompt, digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, 4K, low-key lighting. An obscure, swirling vortex of dark energy in a desolate corner of a dilapidated room. It seems to shimmer with otherworldly light. Medium shot, low angle, video prompt. The vortex slowly expands and contracts, with ethereal energy tendrils reaching outwards. Subtle, shimmering light effect emanating from its center. Slow, mysterious rotation. Related voiceover. Others whisper of portals to other realms. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. An extreme close-up on a translucent, shimmering distortion in the air, like a ripple in water, against a dark, featureless background representing the thin veil. Video prompt. The veil shimmers and pulses subtly, almost imperceptibly, with faint, distorted spectral images fleetingly appearing within its surface. Gentle, otherworldly distortion. Slow, ethereal movement. Related voiceover, where the veil between worlds thins to an almost invisible thread. Scene and number. Voiceover. These legendary dwellings are not merely abandoned structures. They are active arenas of inexplicable phenomena. Reports range from chilling cold spots and disembodied voices to full-bodied apparitions and objects moving on their own accord. Visitors often speak of an oppressive dread, a profound sense of not being alone, even in an empty room. The history of violence, despair, and untimely death seems to imbue these places with a perpetual, unsettling energy. On-screen text, academai, eye visuals, image prompt, digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. An ancient, imposing, dilapidated mansion, infamous haunted house, exterior, under a perpetually overcast sky, shrouded in deep shadows with broken windows. Wide shot, low angle, showing its daunting scale, video prompt, slow, steady camera push-in towards the mansion. Subtle, eerie fog creeps across the overgrown grounds. Desaturated tones, oppressive atmosphere, and high contrast enhance the dread. Related voiceover. These legendary dwellings are not merely abandoned structures. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A subtle, ethereal energy pulsating through the air of a decaying room. Infamous haunted house, interior. The air shimmers with an unseen, unsettling force. Medium shot, eye level, focusing on the mysterious atmosphere. Video prompt. Gentle, almost imperceptible shimmer effect in the air. Muted color palette with cool grading, highlighting the inexplicable phenomena. Pacing is slow and mysterious. Related voiceover. They are active arenas of inexplicable phenomena. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A desolate, freezing interior space within an old house. Infamous haunted house, interior. A visible wispy breath hangs in the icy air, suggesting a chilling cold spot. Close up, eye level, emphasizing the extreme cold. Video prompt. Subtle, wispy mist slowly forms and dissipates, indicating cold. The camera subtly shakes, hinting at disembodied voices. Low-key lighting, maintaining an unsettling pace. Related voiceover. Reports range from chilling cold spots and disembodied voices. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A translucent, gaunt, spectral, resident apparition fading into view in a dusty room. A heavy antique book, moving object, floats unnaturally above a wooden table. Medium shot, eye level, capturing both phenomena. Video prompt. The spectral resident slowly materializes and dematerializes. The book levitates gently, then drifts across the table. Smooth, controlled motion creating an eerie, supernatural effect. Related voiceover to full-bodied apparitions and objects moving on their own accord. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A distressed visitor, contemporary attire, stands alone in a dimly lit, empty, decaying room. Infamous haunted house. Interior. Their expression shows profound fear and oppressive dread. Close up on their face, a slightly low angle. Video prompt. Slow, subtle camera zoom onto the visitor's terrified face. Shadows in the room subtly deepen and shift, emphasizing the sense of not being alone. Pacing is slow, enhancing psychological tension. Related voiceover. Visitors often speak of an oppressive dread, a profound sense of not being alone, even in an empty room. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Extreme close-up of old weathered bricks and mortar, with dark stains resembling dried blood and crumbling mortar. The texture is rough and ancient, conveying a sense of violence and decay. High contrast, focusing on the gritty details. Video prompt. Subtle, gradual pan across the textured bricks and mortar, emphasizing their age and grim history. Faint, reddish hues pulse gently beneath the surface, hinting at tragedy. Slow, unsettling motion. Related voiceover. The history of violence, despair, and untimely death seems to imbue these places with a perpetual, unsettling energy. Scene and number. Voiceover. Tonight, we delve into the dark heart of 3 such infamous residences, each with its own unique brand of horror. One echoes with the screams of a brutal past, its walls soaked in innocent blood, cursed to replay its darkest moments. Another stands as a monument to baffling, poltergeist-like activity, where an unseen force actively toys with its inhabitants, driving them to the brink of madness. And the third is a sprawling, labyrinthine structure, born from a desperate attempt to appease vengeful spirits, a never-ending construction that only deepened its supernatural grip. On screen text, theta, eye visuals, image prompt, digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A dimly lit, narrow, foreboding hallway. Infamous haunted house, interior, with 3 distinct doors leading off it, each shrouded in deep shadows. The atmosphere is oppressive. Wide shot, eye level, presenting choices. Video prompt. Slow, deliberate camera track along the ominous hallway, pausing briefly at each door. Shadows subtly writhe and deepen around the doorways. Pacing is measured and suspenseful. Related voiceover. Tonight, we delve into the dark heart of 3 such infamous residences, each with its own unique brand of horror. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A decaying, blood-stained wall, bricks and mortar, in a dimly lit ancient room. The texture is gritty and faint, spectral figures, spectral residents, seem embedded within the stone. Close-up, slightly low angle, emphasizing the grim history. Video prompt. Subtle, ethereal wisps of mist emanate from the wall, as if echoing past screams. The bloodstains appear to shimmer faintly. Dynamic yet subtle motion, highlighting a tormented past. Related voiceover. One echoes with the screams of a brutal past, its walls soaked in innocent blood, cursed to replay its darkest moments. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A chaotic interior room, infamous haunted house, interior, with furniture, moving objects, overturned and objects scattered, as if thrown by an invisible force. A distressed visitor, contemporary attire, recoils in terror. Medium shot, high angle, emphasizing disarray. Video prompt. A chair subtly slides across the floor, and a book trembles on a shelf. The visitor's hair gently blows as if from an unseen force. rapid unsettling motion conveying poltergeist activity, related voiceover. Another stands as a monument to baffling, poltergeist-like activity, where an unseen force actively toys with its inhabitants, driving them to the brink of madness. Image prompt: digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, high fidelity, 4K, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. A sprawling, labyrinthine interior hallway within a perpetually unfinished house. Infamous haunted house, interior, with exposed bricks and mortar and shadowy, endless passages. The architecture feels oppressive and confusing. Wide shot, low angle, showing endless expansion. Video prompt: slow, disorienting camera movement through the maze-like passages, mimicking endless construction. Shadows stretch and distort, creating an oppressive atmosphere. Subtle shifts in perspective, enhancing the labyrinthine feel, related voiceover. And the third is a sprawling, labyrinthine structure, born from a desperate attempt to appease vengeful spirits, a never-ending construction that only deepened its supernatural grip. Scene number: voiceover. Prepare to confront tales of spectral residents, unexplained phenomena, and histories so tragic they defy belief. On-screen text. Visuals. Image prompt: digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Extreme close-up on the silhouette of a gaunt, translucent, spectral resident figure with tattered clothing, its face obscured in deep shadows, emerging from a dark, decaying corridor. Video prompt: slow, subtle camera push-in on the emerging figure. The spectral resident's form shimmers and distorts slightly with a ghostly effect, wisps of mist curling around its edges. Ethereal, unsettling movement. Related voiceover. Prepare to confront tales of spectral residents. Image prompt: digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Wide shot of an empty, dusty room inside an infamous haunted house. Interior. A chair slowly levitates, casting a long, distorted shadow. Muted color palette with desaturated tones. Oppressive atmosphere. Video prompt: static camera. The levitating chair rotates slowly and unnervingly in the air, then drops abruptly. Dust motes visible in shafts of low-key light. Slight eerie trembling of objects on a nearby table. Related voiceover. Unexplained phenomena and histories so tragic. Image prompt: digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Medium shot of ancient, decrepit bricks and mortar of an infamous haunted house. Exterior. The bricks are weathered and stained, some crumbling with dark, ominous shadows. The overall atmosphere is heavy and sorrowful. Video prompt: slow, steady vertical pan upwards along the stained, decaying bricks. Subtle, unsettling visual distortions or warping in the ancient mortar, hinting at embedded sorrow. A sense of immense, lingering age at related voiceover, they defy belief. Scene number 10. Voiceover. These aren't just ghost stories, they are accounts of places where the boundaries of our reality fray, where the unexplained is the norm. On-screen text, visuals. Image prompt: digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Eye-level medium shot, a distressed visitor covering their ears in a dilapidated room of an infamous haunted house. Interior, their face etched with terror. Deep shadows, high contrast. Video prompt: subtle camera shake, mimicking the visitor's distress. The visitor's head slightly twitches as if hearing something terrible. A quick, barely perceptible flash of light or shadow plays across their face. Related voiceover. These aren't just ghost stories. Image prompt: digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Wide shot of a long, shadowy corridor inside an infamous haunted house. Interior. The walls appear to subtly undulate or warp, light sources flickering erratically. An oppressive atmosphere dominates. Video prompt. Slow, steady track forward down the corridor. The walls and floor appear to breathe or gently distort, challenging spatial perception. Dust motes dance erratically in the faint light, enhancing the unsettling effect. Related voiceover. They are accounts of places where the boundaries of our reality fray. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Close-up on a broken, dusty window pane of an infamous haunted house, exterior, distorted by rain or grime. A faint, almost imperceptible, spectral resident silhouette passes by outside, blurring the line between inside and out. Video prompt. Static shot focusing on the window. The spectral resident silhouette glides past quickly but indistinctly. The rain or grime on the pane appears to slowly shift and swirl, hinting at unseen forces. Related voiceover, where the unexplained is the norm. Scene number 11, voiceover. We will explore the chilling facts, the terrifying legends, and the enduring mysteries that cement their reputation as the scariest houses in the world. On-screen text, H1, Scariest Houses. Visuals, image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Low-angle shot looking up at the imposing, dark facade of an infamous haunted house, exterior, at twilight. Windows are dark and empty, suggesting a watchful, malevolent presence. Muted color palette. Video prompt. Slow, cinematic crane shot ascending the side of the house. Shadows deepen and shift across the architecture, creating an illusion of subtle movement within the building's features. The sky darkens ominously. Related voiceover. We will explore the chilling facts, the terrifying legends. Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Medium close-up on a weathered, rusted iron gate of an infamous haunted house, exterior, adorned with intricate, foreboding designs. The gate feels ancient and heavily guarded. High-contrast lighting. Video prompt. Subtle, slow push-in on the rusted gate. Fine particles of rust visibly flake and drift from the ironwork, signifying extreme age. A faint, unnatural cold mist gently drifts through the bars of the gate. Related voiceover, and the enduring mysteries that cement their reputation as the scariest houses in the world. Scene number 12, voiceover. Are you brave enough to step inside? On-screen text. AA visuals, image prompt, digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Extreme close-up on a dark, heavy, ornate wooden door of an infamous haunted house, exterior, slightly ajar, revealing an inky blackness inside. A single ominous sliver of light escapes from the crack. Video prompt. Slow, deliberate zoom towards the crack in the door. The sliver of light pulsates subtly, as if breathing. A barely perceptible, unsettling sound of distant creaking or whispering seems to emanate from within. Related voiceover. Are you brave enough? Image prompt. Digital cinematography, anamorphic lens, realistic texture, high fidelity, 4K resolution, gritty film grain, chiaroscuro lighting. Low angle shot from just outside the slightly ajar door of an infamous haunted house, interior, looking into the overwhelming darkness of a long, foreboding hallway. The darkness is palpable, inviting yet terrifying. Video prompt. Static shot. The inky blackness beyond the threshold seems to subtly deepen and swirl, as if a void. A single unseen drop of water falls and echoes from deep within the unseen interior. Atmosphere is intensely foreboding. Related voiceover, To step inside